Hello and welcome to this edition of Turnaround Marriage Live, the Super Bowl edition. As you can tell, we have our Bengals clothing on. We are pre-prepped for Super Bowl next year, as you can see.
Or we're just having wishful thinking. We're not sure.
Maybe. We're wishful for next year, but we did live in Tampa for a few years, or right outside of Tampa, so I think we're rooting for the Bucs.
Yeah.
Definitely congratulations to both teams. It's going to be a fun day watching that with the family and some friends too. So hope you all get to enjoy that. Today's edition of Turnaround Marriage, we want to speak about why having a game plan is so important in your marriage. In fact, I would say that a lot of times that's exactly why couples get stuck, is because they don't have a good game plan.
Yes. And we are Scott and Rachel. We help committed Christian couples finally end the cycles of conflict, negativity, and disconnection and reclaim the love, passion, and playfulness that they once had. And one of the big things we do is we help couples become a team again.
Yeah.
And that's so huge in a marriage because, let's talk about. First of all, let's do our announcements, right? We have a cool announcement coming up Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, we're going to be doing another live interview with an amazing couple, Ryan and Elise. And they're going to share their story of redemption and how they were able to turn their marriage around quickly by God's grace. And so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. Right here on our Turnaround Marriage page and our coaching page. And also we have a Valentine's Day giveaway. And that's coming up this weekend.
And all you have to do is just comment in our Facebook group, just comment on the picture that just give your favorite idea for Valentine's Day date or around. It could just be any date, I guess. But it's for Valentine's Day. So you can just comment on there and maybe even pick up an idea on how to be romantic.
Something creative.
For Valentine's Day this year.
Yeah.
Something creative. Exactly. So guys, what we want to talk about is, we talk to a lot of people, a lot of faithful people, a lot of strong Christians that they can't seem to figure out. And we were in that place too. So it's not, I'm not saying looking down at anybody, but a lot of folks we talk to, they're like, we try all these things. We read the books. We know what it's supposed to look like. And yet we're still stuck. In fact, it's very common for people that come to us that say, I teach this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know what it should look like. And yet they cannot figure out why it is in their own circumstance why they're stuck.
Yeah, that's true. And that's where we were too. We were helping couples on the brink of divorce in their marriages. And yet here we were at home floundering, trying to figure out how to get out of the cycles of disrespect and unloving communication, of just disconnection, of how to get out of the frustrated state of just constantly rolling your eyes and just wishing that they would be different, wishing that they would do what they said they were going to do, wishing, hoping and wishing and praying. And guys, we're going to tell you, hoping and wishing and praying is not a strategy. It's really just not. God's word is full of the wisdom on how marriage works. And honestly, guys, it works best when we apply his principles and we put him first and we stop asking the marriage to do things that it was never intended to do, like be your ultimate fulfillment, right?
That's true.
And so we talk to couples every single week that have stopped being a team. And maybe that's you. Maybe the two of you have just come to the place where it's like you just try to get through the week and you try to get through the evening and the TV is on and there's just not a lot of communication, or if things are brought up, it's like constantly rehashing the past. And maybe and maybe you just have stopped being able to function as a team. You've stopped dreaming about the future. You're sort of just stuck in today. And then on the weekend, maybe you'll watch a romantic comedy and spend 2 hours watching somebody else fall in love. And wonder, is this what we signed up for? Just, getting through the week and then Netflix. Guys, we're here to tell you your marriage can be so much more than that. So much more than that. And what good teamwork requires, it requires a few things, right? Mm-hmm. You want to share one of them? Or you want me to share the first one?
We're going right ahead, my love.
We're just winging it. Okay.
No, we're not winging it.
We were thinking about Tom Brady, right? People either love him or hate him. Okay. Right. And if you're not a football person, well, we'll just enlighten you. He's now the Buccaneers quarterback. He's amazing. He is amazing. If you watch the way he takes care of his body, the way he's dedicated to winning, the way he's dedicated, he visualizes his dream every single day. He takes care and he has these daily rituals and habits that he does. And he takes his job so seriously. He is the picture of dedication in my book. I love the guy. I don't wish he would win every single year.
No, that's true.
But I think he's amazing.
Well, what's amazing about him is his age. Like he could literally be the fathers of a lot of people that are in the NFL. And he's out there like taking them under his wing and said, come on, let's go and let's win. And his commitment to winning, his commitment to bettering his body and everything, it's like, how could he lose? Of course he loses some, but is it just happenstance that the Buccaneers get to the Super Bowl? Is it happenstance that the other team that's there that's going to probably lose? Like I'm blanking on
the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, thank you. The Chiefs are amazing too. Patrick Mahomes is incredibly talented.
He is amazing.
They're a well-rounded team. In both cases, they're super well-rounded, amazing teams. So that is exactly the type of mentality that is so important. How many other teams in the NFL have talented players? How many have really gifted, smart people on their teams, and yet they can't put it together to win?
Mm-hmm.
30 other teams, right?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Well,
so and they have, maybe they have incredible talent, but they don't have a sense of teamwork, or maybe they don't have a good coach either. And it's hard to win when you're not on the same team. If you have battling egos and just wanting to get my stats and all that type of thing.
Right.
How is it going to win? So same type of thing. If you're in a marriage where it's kind of like you're thinking about the marriage in terms of what you need, what you want, what you're going to get, and your spouse isn't giving it to you the way you'd hope, it's a recipe for not having success.
Exactly. It's a recipe for frustration and loneliness. And, and when you go down that path, it starts to lead to contempt and then resentment. And guys, there's sin involved when it goes that far, because then your eyes begin to wander and your mind begins to wander. And that's where infidelity can come in. And so we're here to tell you guys, if you're not a strong team, your marriage is in danger. So we are here to help you become a strong team. Look at Tom Brady too. Not only does he have the dedication, okay, but he has it's the every single day, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't. I don't think he has, but maybe one cheat day an entire year. Like the guy's diet is like unbelievable. He watches every single thing that he puts in his body. He eats a
burger after the Super Bowl and then goes back to his regimen.
Yeah. And his regimen, organic food. The best of the best. He knows his cells need the best of the best in order for him to win. And so it's those daily habits that he has of making sure he's hydrating, making sure he's not just, getting drunk or, he takes care of his body, right?
Profoundly.
And he's got those daily habits and rituals. And it's the day in and day out things, guys, that you're doing in your marriage. It's either going to make or break it. It's those daily times. Are you turning toward or away? Are you those are the accumulating things that really add up to either a place of frustration or a place of contentment.
Right. And this is where it's going to get frustrating for a lot of people. Like I said, there's folks that know just about everybody that comes to us, they know what marriage ought to look like. They've read the Bible. They know, even if they haven't to some degree, they know what it should look like. They've probably read some great books. They've probably heard amazing sermons, great videos on YouTube. They've tried different methods. Maybe they've even been to counseling or gotten professional help, and it just never stuck. It's like they tried those things, and the more they tried them, it was kind of like it gets even more frustrated because you tried those things and they didn't work for you. And you start to begin to think, well, I guess it's just going to always be this way, and we can't get unstuck. And then even worse than that, it's like, oh, I've tried and they're not. So it's really their fault. And I'm just stuck in this marriage with him or her, and it's just going to get worse and worse. Yeah. So that frustration that can stem from a lot of different places is real. That's a lot of what's hurting things. So here, bottom line, the game plan of that's missing is essentially, how do you apply this? Like, we went to some marriage counseling that was helpful, but it was kind of like he gave us some ideas of what to do, and then like we went home and we were like, what are we supposed to do?
Or we just put our notes away and just went on with our day. We didn't really apply it. It was really good information, but we didn't make the decision for transformation. And really, I think it comes down to making the decision. There's not one person that's going to play in this Super Bowl that did not make the decision the very in preseason that said, we're going to be Super Bowl champs. We're making it all the way to the Super Bowl, right? And so that's the thing. Like, it comes down to the decision of, I'm not just going to get more information, but I am ready to change. I am ready to do what I need to do to make this marriage work. And that's really the beginning of a beautiful teamwork.
Yeah. And for us, what it took that, I remember we went to a really good Christian retreat. We had a weekend away. We had a lot of fun. We reconnected. We rekindled a lot of those feelings of why we first got together. We didn't have the stressors of kids and people screaming in the house and, all the busyness. And it was really meaningful that we were able to also get some principles that we knew. We were just reminded of them. We invested in each other, and that was a great start. But we also went back to where we were. Like even that, even the most meaningful time that we had, it just went back. And so it does take 30 days essentially for people to make new pattern changes and to make that part of their routine. So that's exactly what we do with folks, is walk with them through, a couple months at least, and help them to make those new routines. Because once they become ingrained in you, then you're the Tom Brady of marriages. Like, you don't wiggle. That's the new normal. That's how you operate. And if you get pointed in the right direction, how can you fail?
Yeah. And so that's essentially that third piece is not just the dedication, not just the daily habits, but it is that coaching piece that you need, because the inside of the jar cannot read the outside of the label. When you're in the middle of it, you can't really see. You have blind spots. You're going to have places. And that's what we found. The power of coaching really transformed our marriage dramatically. And that's when Scott was like, oh my gosh, I've got to learn how to coach like this. I've got to learn how. So he went through Transformational Coaching Academy. And it was an amazing way to take these tools of, like, we know what to do, but we don't know why we won't do the things that we know we should do. And coaching helps you get leverage on yourself. And so, guys, that's what we're saying. A good team has dedication, has daily habits and rituals, and they have an amazing coach that can help them get from where they are to where they want to be, and keep your eyes on the prize and stop staying stuck in the frustration of the here and now.
Yeah.
Because you can feel amazing right now. You can learn to be content right now. You can learn to be grateful for what you have right now. And you can learn to shift the way you think and feel with the power of really good coaching. And so we're here to tell you that is available for you. You do not have to stay in this place of not being a team and staying frustrated and just wondering, is this, do I need to just find somebody else? Maybe I married the wrong person, right? You start telling yourself that, and then it's like your brain is going to find all the reasons why that's true.
Yeah, and each of these teams this year, they lost games.
Yeah.
Right? Did they go like, oh man, well, I guess we're just going to go sit on the sidelines and like we're just going to go take a week off and just think about what we did wrong? No, they're not going to do that. Just like in a marriage, you're going to have setbacks, but that's all the more reason where you make your routines even more part of who you are, so that you're not sitting around getting frustrated, looking at each other and saying, well, you're not doing your part, I'm not doing my part. And so none of that stuff really was addressing, how you wake up each day. None of it addresses how you are going to intentionally serve your spouse, regardless of how they're treating you. Like you can talk about that, but to have that intentionality and to have that as part of your routine and ingrained within you so that you cannot fail as a team, that's a whole lot different. So that's what we want to say, is that there's a lot of helps out there. There's a lot of great ideas. There's great principles. Obviously the Bible is so clear, but that's where a lot of people get stuck, is they don't have a game plan of what it should look like. They simply don't.
Right. So, guys, if you are sick and tired of not being a team, if you are sick and tired of being frustrated and feeling alone in your marriage, or just feeling like it should be more than just getting through the week and Netflix on Friday, then we're here to tell you we've put together a masterclass that really helps to unlock the 5 shifts that Christian couples make that help them turn their marriage around quickly, so that you can have the marriage you were dreaming for and hoping for and praying for, but with a strategy. And we show you that strategy in our masterclass. So if you go to turnaroundmarriage.com /
No, just turnaroundmarriage.com.
Oh, my bad. Turnaroundmarriage.com.
Yep. It's right at the top of the page.
There.
You just click masterclass.
Yeah. Thank you. It's right there. And so
we'll also post the link afterwards, direct links. You can have that. Yes. You can find it right at the top.
Yeah. So as we watch 2 amazing teams tonight, maybe you're going to watch, maybe you're not, maybe you're just going to eat some good food. We want you to think about, how can you be a team in your marriage? How How can you guys turn this thing around? And guys, we're here to help you. We know what it feels like to be stuck, and we also know what it feels like to be able to get out and then be able to learn how to coach yourselves, which is the most powerful part of all. And that's the other thing that we teach our clients. So we hope you to go to turnaroundmarriage.com. We hope you check us out Tuesday night for the amazing interview and participate in our Valentine's Day giveaway. And we're hoping you guys have a great Sunday.
Absolutely. God bless. Take care.
Bye-bye.